At Axios this morning, talking about the collapse of the European energy market. You've got California doing blackouts. Give us your sense, the Birch Gold sense. Give us your sense of global capital markets and particularly the danger that Europe presents to the United States right now as far as a country that a continent that may not have a recession but may actually collapse into a depression, sir.
I mean, it's an absolute disaster what's happening now. And I think we talk about the second installment of the death of the dollar, and that's focusing on loss of global reserve currency. Look at what's happening now. Very recently on Wednesday, Putin announced China would start paying for gas in rubles, in rubles and yuan. Right, this is significant.
Yeah, hold it. They would stop paying in dollars and start paying in rubles and yuan. Right, they're not going to convert into dollars. That's the biggest shot. The timing of our letter. By the way, go to birchgold.com/Bannon. I'm telling you, the Financial Times put a column out last week, 2 weeks ago. Philip, I said it's pretty good timing. Today, the Russians and the Chinese announced it. They're not going to convert into dollars. How big a deal is that?
It's massive. It's huge. And like I said, the timing of this second report is just absolutely perfect. But it's significant. Look, commodities are priced in and paid for in US dollars. That's been the case for the last 50 years. And it's so important. Right? It's a very privileged position to be in. Every nation needs dollars to transact, which strengthens the dollar by proxy, and it makes imported goods and deficit spending, very timely today, cheaper for us here in the United States. Now, initially, after the sanctions, China had agreed to pay Russia in euros. This recent deal between themselves is a move away from that. Now, they're viewing it as mutually beneficial, right? What it's allowing them to do is reinforce their own economies, and now they've even agreed to build 2 new pipelines between Russia and China. So that's a big commitment. It's a big investment. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money to do that, and I think it demonstrates their commitment to a long-term partnership. What it means for us here in the West, however, in the United States and the Western world, it's very, very dangerous, right? It's removing our power on the international stage. The most frustrating thing of all, though, was this was a self-inflicted crisis, right? The Biden regime had attempted to take resources away from Russia, and all it's done is made them more resourceful, right? This is the beginning of the end, in my mind, for US dollar hegemony globally. It's a big, big problem.
Philip, everybody else is trying to figure out a way that they can get away from the dollar, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Global dollar holdings by central banks are at 31-year lows, right? Even friendly nations are looking at what the U.S. government is doing to the dollar, and they're looking for shorter-term solutions. That has been gold. Gold reserves have been boosted internationally significantly. Longer term, they're going to be looking for another alternative. As you say, these moves are glacial. They're slow. We're not going to lose global reserve currency status tomorrow. But when you have the second and 11th largest economies in the world now transitioning away from US dollars, it's significant. And for me, it's the beginning of the eventual downfall of the dollar.